Immediately vibrate, for fear of seeing you. Have you ever found yourself as a mere pawn in the manipulative game of a narcissist, constantly navigating their unpredictable mood swings and whims? If so, you're not alone. When a narcissist successfully triggers specific responses from you, they revel in the illusion of control, convinced they hold the reins. They understand that they can manipulate your emotional state, swinging between making you happy or miserable based on their momentary desires. But what if you could reverse this dynamic and reclaim control? What if, instead of reacting, you chose silence? Today, we'll delve into why narcissists fear your silence and explore how this empowered choice can revolutionize your interactions with them. Before we delve into the discussion, we want you to know that we're here to offer personalized assistance. If you're grappling with a narcissist in your life, our support is available for as little as $1 a week. Click the link in the description below to initiate your journey toward healing and liberation. Now let's explore the intricacies of maintaining stillness in a relationship with a narcissist. You've likely experienced instances where they abruptly cease communication. Let's face it, it happens more frequently than we prefer, and each time, it hits you like a punch to the gut, doesn't it? To truly grasp the potency of silence, we must first unravel why narcissists choose not to engage in conversation. How can they effortlessly transition from showering you with care to withdrawing and leaving you in solitude? Narcissists exhibit this behavior for multiple reasons. First and foremost, it stems from their excessive pride. They firmly believe that every action and statement they make is infallible, and they adamantly refuse to acknowledge any wrongdoing, regardless of the severity or the pain it may cause you. Consequently, when confronted, caught in lies, or challenged on their negative behavior, or even when attempting an honest discussion about feelings, they opt to shut down and cease communication. This evasion serves as a defense mechanism to avoid facing inconvenient truths. It's crucial to recognize that their concern is not genuine care for you, despite any illusions you might hold. Another motive for their silence is to manipulate and inflict emotional harm. Strangely, silence can be a potent tool to instill self-doubt and make you feel inadequate. You might have encountered situations where you stand firm against their inappropriate behavior, armed with indisputable facts supporting your perspective. However, your well-founded argument is disregarded because their ego refuses to confront the truth. Instead of honesty, they resort to gaslighting. In this scenario, the narcissist manipulates the situation to their advantage. They may shift blame onto you for the disagreement and then retreat into silence, leaving you bewildered and disoriented, struggling to comprehend the abrupt turn of events. Regardless of the issue at hand, they ensure that you bear the burden and administer punishment through their silence. This silence persists until one of two conditions is met. Either you apologize, or you pledge never to revisit the matter. Narcissists vehemently dislike dwelling on their past, becoming defensive and upset when any negative aspects from their history are brought up, even if it occurred just yesterday. Once again, their primary objective is to evade responsibility for their actions. But what if you decide to change the dynamics of the interaction? What if you choose to cease communication with them altogether? What unfolds when you exhibit the response they genuinely deserve? The immediate outcome is clear. They will feel fear. Why? Because narcissists comprehend that, by refraining from talking to them and denying them the gratification of a reaction, they have pushed beyond acceptable limits. The prospect of your absence, the fear that their abusive tendencies may no longer find a target, the realization that you are unresponsive, or the looming possibility of losing, you can instill significant fear in them. For a narcissist, the very notion of remaining silent and withdrawn is intimidating. However, an essential point to consider is that narcissists find it nearly impossible to bid farewell. Reflect on all the unresolved conflicts from the past. Every time they cease communication, it initiates a fresh dispute that remains unsettled, perpetuating a cycle of unresolved issues because they lack the capacity to bring closure. When you choose silence, they quickly discern that they have crossed a line. Despite their anger and attempts to coax you into speaking with them again, they are aware that your silence is a consequence of their actions. They understand that discussing their transgressions with you is futile, as you seek both an explanation and a resolution to the underlying problem. These realizations subject them to heightened stress. It's understandable why you might question whether maintaining silence and meting out deserved consequences would cast you as a villain. Rest assured you're not. Your intention is not to inflict harm, but rather to safeguard yourself and demand the answers you rightfully deserve. Choosing silence can be a way to alleviate your own pain. Let's be honest. You've likely experienced numerous episodes of silent treatment within the course of your relationship with them. But why do they go silent? It stems from their inability to establish meaningful connections or communicate effectively, not just with you but with anyone. It's crucial not to embrace silence as a means to inflict harm upon them. Instead, adopt it as a strategy after exhausting every other option. You've attempted reasoning with them, honestly conveyed your feelings, and tried holding them accountable for their actions, yet nothing has proven effective. The narcissist revels in the narrative where you consistently appear as the defeated party. They thrive on your confusion because it captures their attention and induces feelings of inadequacy within you. Recognizing this, you may reach a point where it feels like you've exhausted all avenues. You've articulated every possible sentiment and attempted various strategies, yet none yield results. It's at this juncture that you opt for silence. The initial step toward reclaiming control over yourself involves acknowledging that maintaining a tumultuous relationship with a narcissist only serves to bolster their position. Cease investing your energy in attempting to coerce them into compliance. Instead, redirect your focus towards yourself and prioritize your well-being. Allow me to emphasize a crucial point. No words or actions on your part will mend the relationship with this toxic individual. Initiating conversations with them only perpetuates the strife they thrive on. By choosing silence, you extend a significant favor to yourself and evoke a sense of unease in the narcissist. This step paves the way for breaking free from the hold of this person once and for all. Thank you for watching, and stay vigilant for those telltale signs. Keep your senses attuned, maintain your strength and courage, and embark on the journey to live your best life starting today. Hello, fantastic folks. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us for another video. Today, we're delving into a question that's been on everyone's minds. Do narcissists become more problematic as they age? It's a common situation for people to find themselves entangled in relationships with narcissistic individuals, and breaking free isn't always a straightforward task. Whether it's due to shared history, family connections, or past traumas, the burning question remains: do narcissists mellow out or intensify as they age? Before we get into the nitty-gritty, show some love by hitting the like button, subscribing for more insightful content, and ringing that notification bell so you never miss an update. Here's the lowdown. Irrespective of age, narcissists consistently crave that ego boost. However, as the years pile on, older narcissists often resort to more destructive means to satisfy their desires. They relish causing pain and perceive themselves as untouchable due to their age. In a nutshell, Aging doesn't make narcissists wiser or more easygoing. It tends to amplify their hostility, manipulation, touchiness, anger, and entitlement. This video aims to empower you with insights into narcissism and why these individuals tend to become more troublesome with age. It serves as a guide to help you make informed choices, shielding yourself from the havoc they can wreak on your thoughts, feelings, and overall well-being. We'll explore 3 main reasons why aging hits narcissists hard, and they're all interconnected. First, more difficult to attain the ego lift they seek. Furthermore, a dearth of narcissistic supply elicits a tumultuous array of distressing thoughts and emotions. Thirdly, when ego impulses are absent, individuals experience emotional instability and vulnerability. Everything comes down to narcissistic supply, and we shall further explore the reasons why they become even more burdensome as we age. Peruse the subsequent insights, and do not hesitate to contribute your own thoughts and experiences in the remarks section. Together, let us navigate this voyage. 1. Let's discuss how narcissists who are maturing begin to lose control of the image they have cultivated. As they mature, the things that once bolstered their self-esteem, such as receiving admiration, power, attention, and control, begin to deteriorate. The majority of people derive their sense of self-worth from positive experiences and environments, whereas narcissists typically associate it with material possessions such as wealth, showy items, mansions, or social media followings. They feed off the people in their vicinity and rely on compliments from others to feel wonderful. However, as they grow older, their arsenal of strategies, such as attaining attractiveness, social standing, or desirable partners, becomes less effective, thereby increasing their vulnerability. 2. Aging has a profound effect on narcissists. The deprivation of the attention and praise that they so desperately seek triggers a multitude of distressing thoughts and emotions. This desire for attention is frequently the result of a troubled upbringing marked by a dearth of affirmation and assistance. If their caregivers fail to provide the necessary affection, it disrupts their sense of self-value and cognitive abilities. As a result, they experience a multitude of disordered emotions and thoughts. They become increasingly concerned with the approbation of a broader audience as they age. Their limited focus on material possessions, however, prevents them from developing identities with genuine significance. The deterioration of their false identities with age exposes vulnerabilities in their emotional fortitude. Unsatisfied requirements cause increasing distress, which disrupts their emotional state. 3. Irrespective of this, narcissists mature into individuals who are more fragile and susceptible to manipulation. Particularly as they age, it becomes increasingly difficult for them to attract the attention they require, which can disrupt their equilibrium and evoke negative emotions and recollections. This renders elderly narcissists remarkably vulnerable. Individuals who are wounded by something that challenges their inflated sense of superiority, uniqueness, or importance are compelled to confront their own muddled thoughts and emotions. They were profoundly affected by feelings of inadequacy, unlovability, rejection, worthlessness, and weakness. However, their capacity to manage these emotions is limited, frequently resulting in feelings of anger, resentment, and sorrow. As they age, damaged narcissists may employ manipulation techniques such as anger or disregarding you, which makes them particularly difficult to manage. 4. Let's examine how geriatric narcissists reveal their true selves. Rather than merely appearing to be aging, their appearance serves as a reflection of the negative thoughts and emotions that are occupying their minds. As the once immaculate facade they wore begins to fracture, their envy and hatred for anyone intelligent enough to perceive it are revealed. Narcissists are characterized by their inability to forgive and release their repressed wrath. They are unable to carry off the hero or victim roles as effectively as they once did as they age. Conversely, their countenances bear the burden of a somber disposition, reflecting the void and resentment that reside within. Their icy irises provide an insight into their souls, or more precisely, their absence of a soul. As this examination of aging narcissists draws to a close, it is intriguing to note that despite the glaring manifestations of their manipulative nature, some individuals may continue to feel remorse for these individuals as they age. The discrepancy that exists between their outward appearance and their inner disposition is an intriguing paradox. In conclusion, managing the intricacies associated with geriatric narcissists is a formidable challenge. An investigation into the potential deterioration of narcissistic traits with age has been undertaken, with a particular focus on the repercussions on familial and child relationships. Aging narcissists frequently manifest increased levels of hostility, manipulation, oversensitivity, wrath, and entitlement. 3 significant factors have been delineated in the second segment as the rationales for this transformation. To begin with, the task of sustaining their narcissistic supply becomes progressively more onerous. Furthermore, the deprivation of this provision initiates a series of distressing thoughts and feelings. Finally, their emotional equilibrium is disrupted by this scarcity, which makes them exceptionally vulnerable. Having identified this, the main factor contributing to the challenges encountered by elderly narcissists is the exhaustion of their narcissistic reserves. Equipped with this understanding, one can more adeptly maneuver through exchanges with geriatric narcissists and make decisions that prioritize personal security. We appreciate your company as we embark on this enlightening voyage. Comment on your observations and reflections in the space provided below. Should you have found this video to be informative, please remember to subscribe and ring the bell for further enlightening material. Await our subsequent expedition with vigilance and fortitude. Additionally, keep in mind that the description may contain supplementary information, such as a hyperlink to a complementary book that could provide further elucidation on the subject matter of the day. Your support and participation are greatly appreciated. Until the following time, remain vigilant and empowered. What's the best way to get back at someone who is only interested in themselves, like a narcissist? Really, how realistic is that? Above all else, don't give in to the urge to follow them back there. Giving up on a narcissist is all it takes to deal with them. In order to improve yourself, you must set your sights on that goal. I understand how you feel, but, strangely, most people are missing something very important. Since you are the only one who has to deal with the narcissist's severe abuse, your angry or other negative reactions are completely normal. It's possible that no one else will get why the narcissist makes you so mad. Being angry is a sign that your nervous system is healthy and working well. It can give you inspiration and help you heal faster if you use it right. Irrational anger, on the other hand, is morally wrong. Today, let's go over the most important steps for dealing with a narcissist. If you want to learn more about this subject, you can subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell to be reminded when new videos are uploaded. You'll be the first to know if we add any new videos. Let's get back on track. How much anger have you ever felt toward a narcissist? When you need to calm down, what do you do? If so, how angry are you? People who have been through similar things may feel better knowing they aren't alone. If you have any stories to share, please do so in the comments. First and foremost, you need to let out your anger. Most people try to hide their anger when they're around narcissists or when they feel like they have to do something. They stay away from it like it's dangerous, but all they know is that it's just another way for people to be upset. Based on how the relationship is set up, this is a normal reaction to the narcissist's harmful abuse. Remember the bad things the narcissists did to you. Someone told you a lie. They said they would help, but they didn't follow through. They tell you that tomorrow will be better, but it's all a lie. When they started to target you, they tried to make you lose your mind by giving you a fake name. Narcissists are people who work to make you look like a pale version of who you really are, so they can feel better about their own self-esteem. You were thrown away like a broken piece of furniture in the end. There are now terrible things happening. Having to deal with all of this hurts a lot. There are a lot of people who are hurt by this. The person who was hurt will probably suffer a lot because of it. In fact, that pretty much sums up your whole life. It makes sense that you would be so angry at them that you want to kill them. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not telling you to give in to desire. To be clear, I mean to make sure that your anger is proper. The right thing to do is to accept your anger and be okay with it. It doesn't make sense to treat them differently than they treat you. You need to show that you understand. So, start by recognizing that you are angry. Second, think about what the narcissist wants from the relationship. Narcissists want you to give up your sense of self and being unique. They did not want you to have any say in your own life, set any limits, or act on your own. In the end, they wanted you to feel bad about yourself, useless, and degraded. This is why you were locked up by yourself in there. A lot of pain and suffering were caused by this horrible practice. The forgetfulness was meant to make you forget who you were. They wanted you to be submissive and follow their rules so that they could use you as a slave. Someone was trying to get you to quiet down. People who had power over you were afraid of what you would discover about yourself if you were free to choose. That made them feel powerful and in charge because they could control every part of your life. Because they don't have free will, they didn't want you to have it. These facts will help you decide what to do. I'm guessing you won't think twice about doing more once you know so much about your narcissist's ideal ways to change your behavior. Third, beat them and win. How? This is how the narcissist saw you, so let me explain. When narcissists want you to do something, don't do it. Why? To put it simply, you can rise from the ashes like the mythical phoenix if you work hard enough. Narcissists hate it when other people have this trait. It won't matter what the narcissist does if you work to heal and stay away from narcissistic relationships in the future. They fail at rekindling relationships when you learn to say no, keep and protect your resources, and be your own person. This is because it shows them they no longer have power over you. Even though they act like they do, they don't really have much power. They think they know everything and can do anything, but they aren't. Who they are most upset about is that you are taking charge of your life and making good changes. Because of what you did, it's clear that narcissists will fail in their attempts to control you. Narcissists thought you would hurt yourself mentally, but they were wrong. When you're not as pessimistic as a narcissist, it makes them very angry. It hurts them over and over again. It's too bad that their attempts didn't pay off. They really should not have done such a bad job. To put it another way, I think you should find good ways to deal with your anger. You need to find good ways to deal with your anger if you want to heal and grow. Take a moment to recognize your anger and use it to push yourself to heal and move on. To sum up, if you want to get back at a narcissist, you should focus your anger on yourself and use it to heal from the pain you've been through because of the narcissist and other bad things that have happened in your life. There was nothing that could be done to avoid that pain. The same level of comfort, connection, and honesty that you feel when you're with other people should be present. The ideal environment can only be reached by working together. You need to face the fact that you are angry and find a positive way to use that anger. Since you were feeling better at the time, the suggestion was given. That's all I have time for in today's movie, which is too bad. I'm sorry for the trouble this has caused. Use the space below to tell me what you think. Kindly follow my channel, like this movie, and tell your friends about it. I'll tell you about the next big video if we can talk soon. Until then, have a great week.